Hi, my name is Ashley, and I am 19. Here's my story. I was in foster care at the age of 12. My father was abusive to me, and my mother was severely depressed and slept most of my growing up years. I am the oldest of 3 siblings. When I went into foster care, it was devastating. The police showed up at my school to take me somewhere. I was terrified, wondered what I did wrong. Was I going to jail? Or worse? It happened so fast, and no one told me what was happening. And then suddenly, I was transported by some strange lady in her car to a public building where I sat in a room for many, many hours. I did not know what was going on. I was told that I was not going home, and someone needed to take pictures of my bruises. I ended up practically stripping down while someone took pictures of me. I felt so violated. I lived with my aunt and uncle for 6 months, and was tortured worse than I was when I lived with my parents. My younger brother and sister were sent to a home of distant cousins. We had only met several times. I almost never saw them after that. I was removed and sent to another family. I was taken to some stranger's house. I had my own room for the very first time in my life. I was scared at first, being in a strange place. I did not want to eat or leave my room. Eventually, I became comfortable with the family. They were so perfect in every way. I was able to do things I never did, like staying the night at a friend's house, celebrating my birthday for the first time, and I did not have to parent 2 other younger kids. Someone made dinner for me. What? This was unreal to me. I did not get hit by anyone. They did not yell either. Then, suddenly, I was moved again, after 9 months with no explanation. This happened more times than I'd like to remember. Every home looked different. Every family had different personalities. Every home had a new vibe to it. Every school was new. All the family rules were different. Every time I moved, I lost everything. My friends, school, home. I suffered countless heartbreaks in foster care, but I also knew what it felt like to be loved. In one place I lived, the foster parents used me to do labor for their cleaning business. Every night after school, I had to go to different businesses to clean and mop. They got paid for my work and didn't pay me. The wife went to bed early every night, and the husband would stay up late in the living room with his friends and get drunk. One night, I got up to go get a drink in the kitchen. On my way, his creepy friend blocked my path in the hallway and tried to lift up my pajama top. After that, I never left my room again at night. I was removed from that home after I told my caseworker what happened. In another home, the lady fed me and the other foster children cereal. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Cereal. I have never liked cereal or milk. She wouldn't let us leave the table until we ate it all. I put my head down on the table a lot. If I was lucky, she would walk out of the kitchen and I would let their dog finish my bowl. I felt like I was only there so they could collect a paycheck. This one time, my grandmother gave me money to get a winter coat for Christmas. The lady bought me a coat that only cost half of what my grandmother gave me, and then kept the rest. Another time, we went to a department store to get family pictures. When we got there, they wouldn't let me be in the portrait. The family made up some kind of lie as to why I couldn't be in it. Worst of all, this lady told me every chance she had that my family did not want me, and no one cared. Then, I was told that my parents lost their rights. I was never going to go home. I was sad and missed my brother and sister. I wondered if they were okay. No one told me anything. I moved to many more homes. The only thing familiar I could attach to was my possessions, which I carried around to every home. I had to place my stuff in a new bedroom and pack my stuff whenever I had to go somewhere else, which made me sad. I felt like I was wandering aimlessly, traveling and living in places with my stuff on me. I truly felt alone with myself and in every new bed. I felt inadequate because of my place in each new family. Sometimes I fit in better, but most of the time, a foster child knows they do not really fit in. My second to last foster home was a husband and wife. They tried, but at that point I was already too broken. I was 16. I had already been through all life's heartbreaks. Looking back, I don't think I gave them a fair chance. But they allowed me to go out, and when they found out I had been trying to make contact with my mother, they never told on me. I ran away several times because they wouldn't let me see my boyfriend. He was a total jerk, and looking back, they were right to keep me away. I wore them down, and they let me do whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, until shortly after I turned 17, and then was tossed out with my things. That is the worst part. When you have a family, you have that comfort in the back of your mind that no matter how bad you mess up, you can go home. I felt like I truly had no home. I felt like all the pain of foster care would never end. Then I was placed with my current family. They are amazing. I have 2 loving parents, a younger brother in 6th grade, 2 dogs, and a cat. I have my own room, and I know my stuff is staying here until I choose to leave. We do fun things as a family, eat dinner every night at the kitchen table, and I am told every day that I am loved. To all those kids out there who feel like the pain of foster care will never end, and you will never know a true family once again, I'm here to tell you that it's possible you will have a loving home once again. I know it's hard, truly, I do. I felt like the day would never come, but it did. Even though I am now considered an adult, my new family is going through the process of legally adopting me. As I am writing this sitting in my room, I am starting to tear up looking around at the pictures of me and my new family, knowing I will no longer have to worry about packing up all my things again. Finally, I am home. Want to send us your story and go down in Storymation Nation history? Please click on the link in the description. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and smash that like button if you enjoyed the story.